Hey everybody, welcome to Oldpocketknives.com. This is Jesse, and today I'm going to show you a few knives from a smaller collection I purchased. They are from the German maker Carl Schlieper. You may have seen the logo I brand, on some of the knives out there. And they're pretty common, pretty collectible. So there's some pretty interesting ones, some fixed blades with sheaths, a few pocket knives, and a kind of a survival Bowie knife type situation. So let's check these out. Okay, so this first knife is a pocket knife, hunter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm starting with this one because it shows that this knife and most Carl Schlieper knives were made in Germany, in Solingen, Germany. And the other ones do not have any mention of Germany on those knives. And I believe those were made, the other knives that I'm going to show you were made in Japan. They were contracted from a maker in Japan. But this one, as you can clearly see on the bottom, it says that it is German made and it is stainless. It has on the blade, it's etched with that common eye brand logo. It has Carl Schlieper, Solingen, Germany, and stainless. So very nice clip blade. It is a lock blade, lockback, which can be released with this little button on the bottom. Let me show you the other blade while it's open, which is a saw blade. So also featuring that Solingen, Germany stainless stamp as well. Anything on the back of these? No. So has these dark wood handles, a little bit of storage issues here with a little bit of rust on the back springs, but overall this knife is in real nice condition. There's no like serial number or anything like that on it, but I'd say it's safe to say it's, you know, almost 5 inches closed. We'll call it a folding hunter or something like that. I believe Puma, which is another German maker, made something kind of similar to this knife. But anyway, nice one with the brass bolsters. There you go. Okay, so these other knives lack any mention of Germany on them, and that's why I believe they are made in Japan. Let me show you these. These are really nice, though. I believe they were made in the 80s or something, is what I'm guessing. But as you can see, they are part of this, something called the Silver Collection. All three of them are stamped like that. This one's the Pioneer Classic, kind of a smaller knife. Feels good in the hand. Has these nice nickel silver kind of finger guard, as well as the rivets attaching the wood handles to the metal there. So that's a very nice knife. Again, you can see it has a serial number, 1935. I'm not sure how many they made. But you can see the I brand and then Carl Schlieper on the back. It says stainless. Again, no mention of Germany. Okay, that's this one. This next one. And again, these sheaths, by the way, have the Carl Schlieper stamp on the leather. This one's called the Outdoor Classic. Definitely a little bit larger than the other one. Feels heavier for sure. This is the Outdoor Classic. Once again, part of the Silver Collection. Got your thumb grip there on the back. On the handle here, notice on the bottom of the tang, it only says stainless. And a 3196 serial number on the back. It does have the I brand Carl Schlieper. But again, no German mention. Okay. All right, that's the Outdoor Classic. And lastly, the largest out of the bunch, and maybe not about the same as the previous one, is called the Bowie Classic. This doesn't necessarily look like a Bowie knife, but a nice knife nonetheless. You can see on the blade there you have the Bowie Classic Silver Collection, serial number 2737, prominently featured that Eye brand, Carl Schlieper, and the stainless stamp on it. But real nice knife. None of these are used. All have the factory edge. And nice finishes on this knife. All right, the other two pocket knives, again, which I believe are of Japanese manufacturer. This is very interesting how they have these kind of a double lockback. And this blade is marked with the Eye brand logo on the front of the tang, and then Carl Schlieper stainless on the back. And again, they are double lockbacks, which is very interesting. See if I can open this blade as well. So like a small clip blade on this. And it says stainless steel. So pretty interesting. You got them both locked at the same time. So needs a little oil potentially, but a pretty interesting knife. You don't see this pattern very often. I haven't seen one of these before, actually. There's another one with also the wood handles, a little bit lighter grain on that. This one's a little bit different, though, because once again, we have the spear point blade there, but the other blade is actually a saw and a cap lifter. So that's interesting, bottle opener. So a small saw and interesting, neat knife. Again, I haven't seen those before. Okay, so this last one's a pretty cool one. This is the survival knife it's billed as. On the front of the pouch, it has, or front of the sheath, it has this sharpening stone, kind of like a Randall knife. Looks pretty unused. Fit that back in there. Okay. Has the snap sheath with a finger guard on one side. And let's see what we got here. All right, so it is the Survival Companion. It's ice-tempered stainless steel blade. As you can see, it has this saw on the back edge, area for your thumb, and the blade is stamped with, it looks like 001. Do you think this is the very first one in this line? And the German Eye or Eye brand logo there from Carl Schlieper with a brass finger guard. And on the back it's stamped, looks like Carl Schlieper. And it does have the Solingen, Germany. Solingen is kind of like the Sheffield of Germany, where it was the kind of the main area for making knives. So it was and still is, I believe. But yes, the handle is some sort of composite, very sturdy. And then the cool thing about the end of the handle is it has a compass built in, and it is pointing north, so that's pretty cool. And it also has a little compartment here, and I believe this is a little match safe, so you can keep things dry. So that's kind of cool. And that screws right back in. So a pretty neat knife here, the survival knife, the Survival Companion, ice-tempered stainless steel. Okay, so before I wrap up here, I want to just mention this knife came with the collection and even a black leather Carl Schlieper sheath. But I don't think this one is a Carl Schlieper knife. It doesn't quite seem to fit very well, right? Also, the knife itself, which has beautiful stag handles, I don't think it looks like an American custom knife to me. Has the red and white spacers in it. This is the only marking I can find on the knife. Let me see if I can get that into focus. There we go. So it's a little stamp with like the lower 48 of the United States and a 59, 1959. I don't know. Anyone has any information about that stamp, let me know. I'm intrigued. But it's a nice knife, and again, I really like the stag handles on it, so I just thought I'd include that because it did come with the collection. Okay guys, well, thank you again for checking out this little collection I recently purchased. Tell me what you think. I don't know a ton about these Carl Schlieper knives, so if you have any information, drop it in the comments. Let me know what your favorite knife was. Again, a couple of them appear to be German made, and then the rest from Japan. Still nice high quality knives for sure. Interesting patterns, haven't seen these before, and even maybe an American custom knife. So again, thanks for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be making more videos soon. Keep watching out there. Happy collecting, and from oldpocketknives.com, this is Jesse saying see ya.